Hey guys, right, today we're going to be talking about needs versus wants. So, in order to understand this and how we can liberate ourselves from it, first of all, I want you to recollect your journey to work today. How many of you were sat in traffic and you saw someone next to you with a brand new car? You know, it might have been an Audi, might have been a BMW, whatever it was. Or you could have been on the train and you see someone next to you with a brand new iPhone or some sort of tech gadget and you think, oh, I really need that. But the thing is, you don't actually need it. You want it. And so this is the difference. If we can liberate ourselves from this way of thinking, it's going to make things a lot easier for us moving forward. And the problem is, it's like you've got advertising everywhere telling you about the latest new offerings. You've got, even when you go to school and you're dropping your kids off, you'll see one of the other kids and they've got like brand new designer gear on. And you do feel a bit envious. And you know, it's natural, isn't it? Take on top of that, if you ever get sort of into an argument with your partner or you get told off at work or whatever it may be, you think, you know what, I'm going to go and have a bit of retail therapy. So you start off, and if you can't afford it, you'll put it on a credit card. And it's just a little thing, so you can get away with it. But then this starts to spiral, and eventually the credit card's maxed out. And you still haven't got that fix dealt with. You know, you're still looking for the latest new thing. But let me explain to you. I personally, I was always after a new car, and I craved it and I wanted it and I coveted it, and eventually I got it. But then within 6 weeks, it was just another car. It needed fixing, it needed fueling, it got dirty, and I wanted something else. And we're all the same, you know, you're just always looking for that next thing. However, what we can do is we can change that, because rather than being sucked into that notion on Facebook or, you know, social media about the perfect life, which isn't true, we can just deal with what we've got. So you've probably got a perfectly good alternative. You know, your car might only be a couple of years old. Your phone's probably still smart and it's got all of the features that the latest one's got on it. So what we need to do is just husband the stuff that we've got, make that work for us. Now, I'm not talking about us all walking around in 20-year-old trousers and like hand-me-downs from someone else. If you want to go and get that Range Rover, if that's your dream, go for it. But what I'm saying is, don't think that after 6 months you've got to replace it for the next model up. At the end of the day, it's still a 6-month-old Range Rover, or it's still a 6-month-old iPhone. It's perfectly workable. And this is the thing, rather than being sucked into always like buying what the big corporations want to offer us every couple of months, we can get what we've got, and immediately you become financially liberated. You've got freedom straight away. You're not like having to constantly try and pay for things that you don't actually need. You've removed that want, you've removed the requirement for a fix, and therefore you're a lot happier. You straight away have got more money because you're not always buying stuff, you're not always paying off your credit card bill. And that's the difference between needs and wants.